Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3's finale packs a powerful emotional punch as Captain Christopher Pike and Captain Marie Batel's love story comes to a bittersweet ending. Directed by Maja Vervilo and written by Dana Horgan and Davy Perez, Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3's finale, New Life and New Civilizations, is a sequel to Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 5, Through the Lens of Time, that resolves Captain Batel's destiny as the true foe of the evil Vesta. The Vesta, the body of Ensign Dana Gamble, resurfaces on Skygoan, taking over the planet's inhabitants as it attempts to free its brethren from their dimensional prison on Vadia 9. Captain Batel accepts her mission to stop the Vesta, at the cost of becoming the malevolent Horde's warden. Here's every major and emotional beat in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3's finale, and what they mean for the brave crew of the USS Enterprise going into Season 4. When Captain Batel asserted her powers as the Beholder, she used her newfound abilities to create a new reality for herself and Captain Christopher Pike. In this future, Pike and Batel defeated the Vesta, married, and moved into Chris's home in Mojave, California. In Marie's hopeful reality with Chris, Captain Pike is never horribly disfigured in a freighter accident with no cost to himself or the universe. Instead, Chris and Marie live a life of genuine love together, and they have a daughter named Juliet Anna Mirrodin, who grows up and becomes engaged to Elijah April Eric Miracle. Despite a constant knocking on the door that's ultimately revealed to be the Vesta, Chris and Marie stay together until old age. On Batel's deathbed, Pike realizes this was an alternate reality created by Marie. Batel did it to give Pike and herself the happy ending they deserved together. Marie had to live this life first before she could embrace her destiny against the Vesta. Captain Pike's destiny to be trapped in a wheelchair is inevitable, but Batel gave him the gift of living the life with her that cruel fate must deny him. Pike and Batel's alt-reality has echoes of Star Trek, The Next Generations, The Inner Light, but Pike lives his own alternate future, while Captain Jean-Luc Picard Patrick Stewart lived the life of a man who died long ago. Captain Marie Batel's destiny was never to be a starship captain or Starfleet's Judge Advocate General, as neither role fit Marie. Batel realized what she was always meant to do was become the Beholder, the force that would fight and imprison the Vesta, fulfilling a function that existed long before she was born. Batel's Gorn infection fusing with her DNA and turning her into a hybrid, plus LT. Commander Una Chin Riley's Rebecca Romean Illyrian DNA, along with the treatments from the Chimera Blossom on Kenfori, were a cocktail that allowed Marie to tap into the abilities of previous races that fought and defeated the Vesta. Captain Batel accepted her destiny without complaint. The Vesta were imprisoned on Vadia 9 by a race that utilized ancient advanced technology beyond our understanding, where effects precede cause. Marie realized that, in a way, she was already the Beholder, and she had to take the steps to become what she already was. By becoming the Beholder and essentially committing to be the Vesta's eternal jailer on Vadia 9, Captain Batel effectively exits Star Trek Strange New Worlds after 3 seasons. Perhaps Melanie Scrofano may return as Batel in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Seasons 4 or 5, but New Life and New Civilizations marks the resonant end of Marie and Pike's romance. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3's finale reveals that LT, Commander James T. Kirk Paul Wesley and Lieutenant Spock Ethan Peck were closer than fans knew before they became the top dogs of the USS Enterprise in Star Trek, the original series. To open the portal to Vadia 9 on Skygoan and allow Captain Batel to confront the Vesta, the USS Enterprise and USS Farragut needed a coordinated dual phaser blast with pinpoint precision. Spock's solution to enable this feat was to mind meld with Kirk, syncing them both perfectly to fire phasers successfully. Spock and Kirk's mind meld opened up their past experiences to a greater understanding of each other. Spock's respect for Kirk rose, despite learning of his questionable behavior on Orion's moon. In turn, Kirk learned about Spock's romance and dance lessons with Lieutenant Lon Noonien Singh Christina Chong to her horrified chagrin. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3's finale further lays the groundwork for Kirk and Spock, who vow to remain friends and continue their 3D chess game, which James is better at than the Vulcan. Kirk and Spock hope to serve on the same ship someday, and destiny will grant their wish on the Starship Enterprise. Although Captain Pike's relationship with Captain Betel has ended, the other love stories aboard the USS Enterprise look to continue in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4. Perhaps even number one's Rebecca Romijn rekindled romance with Doug Patton Oswalt. Nurse Christine Chapel Jess Bush and Dr. Roger Corby Cillian O'Sullivan will keep making their long-distance relationship work. Corby remained on Skygoan to research the Vestas' ancient knowledge, as they are now safely imprisoned. The subtle hints of Corby's dark side may come to a head in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4. Spock and Lon look to keep dating and dancing together in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4, and Jim Kirk is happy for them. Perhaps Carol Marcus, who wasn't mentioned in Season 3, will appear in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4. Although he didn't appear in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3's finale, hopefully Beto Ortega's minor Lucan budding love story with Ensign Nyota Uhura Celia Rose Gooding resumes next season as well. Poor Captain Pike will mourn losing Marie Betel for a while, but the Starship Enterprise will fly on. Dr. Corby's research into the Vesta revealed hundreds of uncharted planets worth exploring. Enough for a 5-year mission. This sounds like a setup for what's to come in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 5 is also now in production, with the final 6 episodes resolving everyone's stories and planning to cinch up to the start of Star Trek the original series, as Captain Kirk replaces Captain Pike aboard the USS Enterprise. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 was a bold and experimental season that threw itself headlong into multiple genres, although a segment of fans pushed back that the show had strayed too far from traditional Star Trek for their tastes. Yet Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3's finale stayed true to the prequel's core values of vivid characterizations, emotional resonance, and willingness to take big swings and expand what Star Trek can be. Here's hoping Season 3's excellent finale roots Star Trek Strange New Worlds back to its primary mission to seek out new life and new civilizations. The third season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds delivered everything fans could have hoped for: thrills, character growth, nods to classic Trek, and a finale that raised the stakes higher than ever before. The Season 3 closer didn't just wrap up ongoing arcs. It carefully positioned the show for an explosive Season 4 while answering key questions about loyalty, leadership, and destiny. But as with every great Star Trek finale, the ending left us with mysteries that will keep fans theorizing for months to come. Let's break down what happened in the finale, what it means for the characters we love, and how it connects to the wider Trek universe. The finale, titled Through the Rift, opened with Captain Pike and the Enterprise crew responding to a distress signal from an uncharted system near the edges of Federation space. A colony ship carrying hundreds of settlers had gone missing, and the signal suggested it was trapped inside a spatial anomaly. Naturally, Pike leads the Enterprise into danger, believing in Starfleet's creed to never abandon those in need. But the rift wasn't what it seemed. The anomaly acted less like a wormhole and more like a shifting scar across subspace, part natural phenomenon, part engineered weapon. As the Enterprise entered, reality fractured. Crew members saw glimpses of alternate futures, echoes of their own deaths, and possible timelines that should not exist. The mission quickly became about more than saving settlers. It became a test of survival and unity. The emotional core of the finale centered on Erica Ortegas. For much of the season, fans had been clamoring for more depth to the Enterprise's ace pilot, and the finale delivered. In the fractured rift, only Ortegas could navigate the shifting gravitational corridors. But the price of her precision piloting was exposure to temporal feedback that threatened to unravel her very existence. In one heartbreaking sequence, Ortegas saw a version of herself decades older, captain of her own ship, decorated and respected. But she also saw another version where she died young in the rift, forgotten. Confronted with the paradox, Ortegas chose duty. She risked herself to chart the only safe escape path, pushing her shuttle beyond limits no one else dared attempt. While she survived, the ordeal left her shaken and changed. The finale clearly set up Ortegas as one of the most important figures heading into Season 4, cementing her arc from comic relief to tragic hero. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.